Hello. Welcome to this Ikano Insight demo of Location Optimizer, an analytics tool that uses the very latest mobile app-based geolocation mapping technology to understand consumer location and movement behavior. For retailers in particular, it provides a completely new perspective on customer behavior and customer value in any area that you wish to target. Using Location Optimizer, we can see where consumers shop, which of your competitors they visit, how often and for how long. We can see where they travel from, what routes they take, where they typically live and where they work. Through location mapping, we can see how they spend their time by where they go and the places they visit. In this short demonstration, I'm going to show you how the product works and the phenomenal data insights that become available to you using Location Optimizer. Before we get started on the demo, just a word of introduction. Ikano Insight are specialists in advanced analytics in retail. Having cut our teeth working closely for over 10 years with IKEA, the world's largest furniture retailer, we provide a broad suite of analytics services to retailers worldwide, including customer analytics, product and pricing, marketing, CRM and loyalty, and sustainability analytics. My name is Simon Taylor, Marketing Director of Ikano Insight, and I'll now show you how our location analytics tool works. Location Optimizer is a fully compliant app-based tool that gathers data from over 1.6 billion mobile devices in 44 countries around the globe. Each mobile device essentially transmits a ping every 15 minutes from the user's location and is accurate to 3 or 4 meters. This means that we can map locations and movement of individuals in around 70 million locations on the planet, any time over the last 5 years. Let's take a direct look now at how we use the product. As you can see on your screen now, we begin with a geographical map interface where we can search any location in 44 countries. Taking Ikano Insight's largest client partner as an example, we can search for any IKEA store. And here in this demo, I'm going to search for a store in Dallas, Texas, USA, to show you how Location Optimizer works. This store is in a highly competitive market, with many rivals located close by. Home furnishings in Texas alone is a $26 billion market. So this serves as a perfect example of a market share growth opportunity that will benefit hugely from using location analytics. You can see that I've now located the store on the map, and now I would like the tool to identify all of the visitors to that store. To begin that process, the tool allows us to draw a simple outline or polygon around the store on the map. Once we've created the boundaries of the store, we're essentially asking the tool to tell us every device that has entered that store over a given period of time. We can choose our time frame here. That might be a year, 6 months, or a custom selected time frame over the last 5 years. I'm going to select the last 12 months. Once the tool has processed this request, we can see our store now populated with many tiny blue dots, each representing a visitor in that time frame. This provides us with a rich underlying data set of those visitors, revealing many different visitor behaviors and trends over our time period. You can see here that immediately we can review the distribution of visitation across our whole time period. We can, of course, easily correlate this with your own footfall data to validate the integrity of the new data set. We can break this down further to analyze visitation by day of week or time of day, again to identify trends over time, or to analyze the impact of sales or marketing events and promotions. But perhaps the most valuable and exciting technical element of Location Optimizer is our ability to plot catchment areas, identifying the actual precise origin points of each of these visitors to the store. The shaded area in the map that you can see here shows us the zone from which 70% of all our store visitors have come from. Algorithms within the tool can identify where a device is static between 7 p.m. at night and 6 a.m. in the morning, thereby identifying the probable home location of that device. This allows us to drill down within the initial catchment areas and understand visitor origin at a precise level. The same methodology allows us to identify static devices between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., which also leads us to understand probable work locations of our visitors. So all taken together, we can now understand your customers and your competitors' customers within precise geographical locations, but at scale. This gives us the opportunity to target specific groups of customers for marketing purposes and select groups that are most likely to offer market share growth. Moving on through the tool, another rich feature is our ability to map journey and transportation routes of visitors to and from the store, either from their home or work locations. In the same data set, we get device locations up to 2 hours before and 2 hours after the visit to our selected store. This provides fabulous insight into shopping missions and journeys, seeing where else visitors spend their time around their visit to your store. Are they visiting competitors? Are they eating out? How long do they spend in these places? Ultimately, we're able to better understand the role your store plays in fulfilling their needs at that moment in time. Our data set also includes core demographic variables such as age or income applied to each visitor so that we can correlate actual visitation behaviour with local demographic segmentations. We can understand more about who our visitors actually are and what relationships, if any, exist between demographic segments and actual visitation behaviours. Correlating probable home location with demographic groups, of course, allows us to further validate our data with what we previously thought we knew about our customers. Now, I've mentioned competitor customers a number of times, so I must take a moment to show how all of the same analyses can be created for you to review your competitors' store visitors. This is by far the most exciting insight feature of Location Optimizer, and what makes this form of location analytics so uniquely valuable. As I mentioned at the start, Dallas, Texas is a highly competitive set of home furnishing retailers, many located very close to the IKEA store we've just seen. I'm going to choose one of their biggest local competitors, Nebraska Furniture Mart, and I'm going to follow exactly the same process as I did before. I'm going to capture the boundary of my store here, and I'm going to select exactly the same time frame as before for my analysis, so that I can make a precise comparison with the IKEA store located nearby. As you see again, when processing is complete, I see my store populated with dots for every device or visitor to that store over the last 12 months. And as I proceed through the analytics within the tool, I immediately see comparative distribution of visitation over time. I can identify that this store has a slightly different spread of visitation by day of week and time of day, which I can spend more time drilling down into if I believe it is significant. Crucially, of course, I can see a comparative catchment area for this store. At Ikano Insight, we can merge analysis of competitor locations with your own, creating overlapping views that identify shared catchment zones, or more tellingly, the white spaces of opportunity that one store may not be capturing. Just as before, I can drill down into specific regions on the map based upon probable home location to understand the comparative market share of visitors from one particular region. Are the two stores competing for the same customers, visiting both stores? Or is one winning in certain areas or with different customer types? This information can be directly used to plan your marketing and promotions activity to better compete for increased customer value or new market share. Again, we can directly compare journey patterns and transportation routes between visitors to the two stores, which may influence or assist outdoor or localized marketing strategies. And of course, we can also compare demographic segmentation patterns between the two competing stores to identify whether there are specific groups that offer untapped growth opportunity, or to understand comparative targeting strengths of different brands, and therefore what we might be able to do to better compete. At Ikano Insight, we take the base analytics further for you. We can help you precisely identify where the headroom lies in your local market, who and where your competitors' best customers are, and how to target them. Here you can see the comparative visitation stats between two random stores I chose, with the exclusive and overlapping market shares calculated. You can compare your own share of loyalists with your competitors, and see who shops in both your stores and is perhaps most susceptible to your marketing strategies. It's important to say that Location Optimizer is not limited to 2 competing locations. Multiple competitors can be included in your analysis, as can be seen here. If you require, Ikano Insight can apply advanced analytics to create a scoring model of your local market, which will precisely identify the hotspot locations and customer groups that you should be targeting. In summary, location analytics adds a new, previously unachievable perspective to traditional retail data sources, some shown on the left here. The most powerful descriptive insight available is to watch what your customers and other people's customers actually do. And advanced analytics now enables you to take that one step further and begin to predict future behavior so that you can target where your business growth will come from in the future. Thank you for watching and listening. If you've enjoyed this demo, please get in touch with us for more information, either by email at info@insight.ikano or just get in touch via our website, insight.ikano. Thank you very much.